As promised, I am back. Yes, you thought I was finished. You thought that I would. You thought I would run away. You thought I would never be back to finish this transcription. I don't give up. Levi Clay does not quit. No, sir. All right, let me get this transcription loaded up, and yeah, we'll get to talking. We'll have some fun tonight. We'll have some fun. Y'all know what I'm like. Anything you want to ask, I'll always give you a straight answer. And if I don't, if I wouldn't normally, the whiskey will make me. Right. Oh, fun times, fun times. What am I doing? Minus 7 chart 5. How's it going, dude? Oh, jeez. Need to locate this transcription. Where is it? I could have prepared a little bit more, but I was just teaching before this and came straight off the lesson and came straight on to do this. So, my brain doesn't work. It's only going to get worse as I begin drinking. Right. Oh, Ross is online. How's it going? When Studio One open back up? Getting hairy. Yeah, I mean, look at me. Getting really bad. I could do with a haircut. Hello, Kirk. How's it going? Wondered, Levi. Today I came up with my first lick ever. Am I allowed to share it? I would encourage you to. I would love you to. Yes. Please do. Please do. I would appreciate that. I love your input. I love, I mean, the whole point of my Patreon page is it's about a community. It's about, and people like you make the community. Same with these live streams, right? Sure, the live stream wouldn't be happening if I wasn't here doing it, but it exists and it's as fun as it is because of you guys. So please do continue to contribute with your comments. Please do like. Please do share. Sharing is important as well. Sharing is caring, as they say. And caring is appreciated. So, yeah, maybe consider sharing this evening so we can get this out to more people. This evening's stream is going to be brought to you by, well, one, I have to say a huge thank you to Joseph Alexander. Joseph Alexander is my... Hello, Matrad9. I like that. Joseph Alexander is my publisher, and he sent me a beautiful box in the mail today that turned up, and it had premium whiskey stones in it, along with some whiskey glasses and the like. So I've got some whiskey stones here. We're going to chuck them. They've been in the freezer for a few hours. I've got some whiskey stones here. So big thank you to Joseph Alexander. Support him and myself by going and buying one of my books. And we will be drinking my favourite whiskey, my whiskey of choice, which was introduced to me by another one of my patrons, Renee. If I bring this up, you will see his name up in the top there. Where is Renee? Renee, there he is. There he is in the second thing. So the Balvenie is my whiskey of choice. I absolutely love the Balvenie Doublewood 12-year-old whiskey. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Fareed, how's it going, man? Yeah, it's been a long time, mate. Yeah. And this is a fresh bottle. Sorry, this is a fresh bottle. There we go. Beautiful Balvenie. This is quarantine day 4, day 5. Day 4 must be day 4. Can't be day 5. Surely not day 5. Yes, Richard Henry. I mean, it's your fault I'm drinking. It's you and Joseph Alexander's. Yeah, day 5, and I've already turned to drink, so it's not a good start, is it? It's worth pointing out I'm not really a drinker. I'm not much of a drinker, apart from when I am. I don't drink very often, but when I do drink, I drink, which is probably why I'm not much of a drinker, because otherwise I'd probably drink too much all the time. So I tend to I might get drunk twice a year. For the most part, when I go out somewhere, I'm happy to drink soft drinks, even when everyone else is drinking alcohol. I'm okay with soft drinks. I like my whiskey. But I also think whiskey is something that you shouldn't consume alone. I think it's best enjoyed with people. It's enjoyed in company. It's enjoyed with friends. But none of my friends are really whiskey drinkers, so I guess Marcus is a whiskey drinker. Ooh. Done that. Good. We'll try not to drink the whole bottle. Awesome. So, big thank you to Richard Henry for the whiskey suggestions, the drinking suggestions. And big thank you to Joseph Alexander for the whiskey stones and the glass. Like that. Cool. The whole point of the whiskey stone is I like my whiskey to be quite cold, but not necessarily watered down. So I drink my whiskey with ice, but because I want it to be cold. The whiskey stone should cool that down for me. So, right, who's in the comment section? Do a tongue-in-cheek, yes. Zero is online. I've been drinking cider and working on Josho's solo for the last 30. Now, do you mean 30 minutes or 30 hours? Who knows? Yeah, glad to see you, Richard. Day 14 in isolation. Wow, man, that must be crazy. Hulk, smash that like... I like that, yeah. Smash that like button. Slap that like button. Oh, you missed it. Which whiskey is that? So this is the Balvenie. Balvenie Doublewood. There's a few nice Balvenis. This is the cheapest of them. It's still an expensive-ish whiskey. It's like a £40 bottle of whiskey. This is the 12. They do is it the 14-year-old one? Which is the sherry cask one. They also do a rum cask one. There is my father-in-law got me a really nice an £80 bottle of it that was really, really nice. But this is if you're not a whiskey drinker, this is the one to go for because it's smooth. It's really smooth. You can really drink this one. So yeah, very nice whiskey. Big fan. Davey 404 slap like now. I hate myself for knowing who that is. I'm not supposed to engage in this YouTube nonsense, am I? Yeah. Let me check that. So you're right, Richard. There's a 14-year-old rum one. Is it 16-year-old, the sherry cask one? Wouldn't be this difficult to bloody look at a website. That's a 17, the Doublewood. The Doublewood 17. That's a really nice one. Really, really nice whiskey. Probably a little bit out of my price range though. Well, for a regular a regular night. I say a regular night again. Like I say, I'm not really a drinker, so you get the. Right, who is online? Say hello and help get me through the last of this transcription. Actually, let me load the transcription up so we can talk about that. Awesome. Nice and small. Make it a bit bigger. I mean, you can't see it yet. Right. Firas, thank you. I will have fun. The Doublewood is Dave Friedman's go-to whiskey. Yeah, it's a beaut. Absolute beaut. So, there you go. Dave Friedman, good taste. Good taste. Should have better taste than who he's sending amps to, though. Right, let me... Ooh. I mean, the stones are already cool. They've already warmed up, and the whiskey's not as cold as I'd like it to be, but I'll drink it. It's fine. Right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Levi Clay here, and I'm back again for another live stream. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for spending some of your Friday evening with me. It is 9:20 here in the UK. We are on, I think it's day 4 of lockdown. I say lockdown, I'm still able to actually go out, but no mass gatherings, no visiting friends, none of that, social distancing and all of that stuff. And this is nothing new. I do a live stream on the last Friday of the month, every single month doing transcriptions. But over the course of this quarantine, I will be doing more live streams, a lot more live streams, transcribing. I'm going to be doing listening parties. I'm going to be having fun. So if you are new to these streams, please do like, please do subscribe, hit that bell button and smash that like button. All that nonsense, right? Yeah, bell notification, all of that stuff, so you don't miss future live streams. I'm going out of my way to, schedule them, so you know in advance when I'm doing them. But, needless to say, I do a live stream on the last Friday of the month. Every month, this is my live stream. We are celebrating it with some whiskey, the Balvenie, the Double Wood. Thank you to Joseph Alexander for sending over these lovely whiskey stones. So, hang on. Probably made a fatal error by not having some water in here as well to dry out my mouth. To moisten my mouth even. I have a very dry mouth. Anyway, so yeah, typical. Sorry, I have to plug things. Thank you so much to my supporters over on Patreon. You are the guys that keep this channel running. If you would like to check me out on Patreon, there is a link in the description. You can support me for as little as $1, or you can contribute more and help out more. We've had a bunch of new people this month, which I really, really appreciate. This is a really tough, trying financial month for most musicians, myself included. And without the Patreon thing, I don't know what I'd be doing right now. Because I would have fallen apart and fallen into... I'd be destitute now, so thank you very much for your support. Yeah, I'm just thinking if there's any... extra special thanks to Chris Motes, who is currently one of my top tier patrons. Dude, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Link in the description. Check me out on Patreon. You can also head on over to Amazon, check out one of my books by searching for Levi Clay. They are, they are being sent out, but the shipping is a little bit slower now, so you're looking at about 4 days to get one delivered. But again, great way to support the channel, even though sales are down 70% on those right now because people have more important things to be buying right now. So yeah, your time means just as much to me though, so thank you just for tuning in, just giving me a bit of your time. Get as involved in that comment section as you possibly can. Any questions, please do let me know. Right, let me take a look at where we are. So, we have been looking at this wonderful rendition of Made in France. It's a Borelli-Lorraine piece, and here is a duet of Borelli-Lorraine and Yosho Stefan playing this piece, this gypsy jazz, kind of gypsy jazz piece. So, for anyone who hasn't been keeping score, or you've not heard it yet, let me just play it for you now so we can be on the same page. So it looks and sounds like this. Beautiful head on this tune. Absolutely lovely changes. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. Those are very bop lines. Okay, this is where we got up to, so I'm going to stop it there. So that's some pretty good playing. These gentlemen can both play their instruments relatively well. I would say they know what they are doing. I'm also going to make reference to a couple of places where you can go and support these guys. You can buy Borelli Laren's instructional material at dcmusicschool.com, and you can also check out Joshua Stefan's Gypsy Jazz Guitar Academy. I'm sure it's called Gypsy Jazz Guitar Academy. I'm sure you'll find it if you look for the Gypsy Jazz Online Guitar School. Both excellent players, and you can learn a lot from them. Now, of course, you can learn a lot just by transcribing them, though. So I would also recommend putting in the work, do your transcriptions, all of that good stuff. So let's have a look. We got Danielle online. How's it going, man? What's up, whiskey drinkers? Jesse, nice to see you, man. Enjoy myself with a Glenfiddich Deluxe 12. You enjoy that, sir. It's funny, I went into my whiskey cupboard and I have an ungodly amount of whiskey, because for some reason, anytime it's an event, a birthday, an anniversary, a Christmas, somebody or multiple people are going to buy me bottles of whiskey. It's just the way it is. You know, what better gift to give to someone that does like a glass of whiskey than whiskey? But even if I was only given one bottle of whiskey a year, that would still be more than I drink. So they just add up, and they just keep adding up and adding up and adding up. So I've got a cupboard full of bottles of whiskey. There must be 20 plus bottles of really nice whiskey in that cupboard, right? And I opened it up, and there were some open at the front, but I wanted the Balvenie, and so I went to the back, and there was a couple of bottles of Balvenie in there, and neither of them were open. So I've had to open a bottle especially for this. So yeah. Jesse said, poured a nice cold Jack Daniels out of the freezer. No ice. Please drink responsibly, folks. Please drink responsibly by being more responsible with your choice in whiskies. Jack Daniels is as I think someone said, nice as a mixer, but no, I don't go for the sour mash Tennessee whiskey neat anymore. I used to drink that a lot when I was younger. So Richard says he thinks he likes the peaty whiskey cooler and the not peaty warmer. I see what you mean, yeah. Jack Daniels is one of those mixed whiskies, sure. I like most whiskey at temperature. It ends up with one whiskey rock, not cold, not warm. That's what I'm having now. Thank you for joining us. This is the whiskey stream. I like it. So perfect example, like they're talking about adding the splash of Coke to the Jack Daniels. That's the point. Like, Jack and Coke is an iconic drink. It's a great drink. I love a Jack and Coke. I'm never ever going to have a Jack Daniels on the rocks, but I am going to drink Balvenie just as Balvenie, as it should be consumed. Jack Daniels, no thank you. Now, if you told me to put Coke in this Balvenie, I would be upset and offended. Ooh, it's good, right? Borelli is the man, I agree. What do I think the big difference between learning from someone else's transcription or transcribing something yourself? That's a great question. So obviously I'm sitting here and I'm transcribing this stuff, and I'm going to pitch, you can get this transcription on my Patreon page, etc. And you will learn, because you know that this transcription is very accurate, right? But it will never be as beneficial a learning experience than you transcribing it yourself, because you'll engage your ears more in what you're transcribing. Now, of course, the downside of that is transcribing takes a lot of time. And I would often say to people, if time is of value to you and you can purchase a transcription, then purchase it. If there's access to it, I'd purchase it, because it will save you time, and you can use that time to study more. You can use that time to learn something else, transcribe something else. But in the grand scheme of things, transcribing is obviously the best thing you can do. And that's a big part of what I do here on YouTube. I'm teaching people how to learn to transcribe. So, yes. Makes sense? Ross says, been meaning to ask for ages, Levi. I need a fret job done. Know anyone good? There's a gentleman in Wishaw. Should I name him on my channel? Fuck it, why not? Alan Forsyth in Wishaw. I have not had him do fret work, but I need a fret job doing on my Vigier. So I'm going to be giving that to him soon when, my financial situation has sorted itself out. And then we've got Kirk Wammett with his bottle of water. I know, right, guys? Well, to be fair, aren't you like 16 or something like that? The Whistler Irish Honey is a great flavoured whiskey, if that's your thing. Flavoured whiskies are an interesting one, aren't they? When Jack Daniel's Honey came out, I was happy to taste that and enjoy that. but it's really like a whiskey flavoured liqueur. It's a very sweet drink, lovely with Coke. But if you try the other one, the Jim Beam honey, the Jim Beam honey tastes like a whiskey with honey in it. It's interesting that there's so many differences like that. But I'd rather not have anything in my whiskey. So there is nothing wrong with hydrating yourself. I agree. I'm very dehydrated right now. I could definitely do with a bottle of water. I'm looking around like desperately thinking there must be some water in here somewhere. No. There are no fluids, and I don't want to leave you. So, right, let's get on with this. So, let me just have a listen to Yasho's solo. Sounds like this. Borelli's comping behind the head at the end is so good. So fucking good. Cake flavoured vodka. I've got cake for that. I don't have any cake. That makes me sad. Why did I say that when I don't? Right, let me go. So of course we're in 6/8. So we're thinking 1, 2, 3, 1, dagga, dagga, 1, 2, 3, dagga, dagga. So we're starting on the. I'm going to say the second beat because in my mind it is the second beat. 16th note into the second beat. Positioning. Pick all of that. There's a pull off. I said this last night, I'm going to say it again. G is the lowest my voice can go. If I try to go a semitone below that and hit an F sharp, I literally can go no lower than lowest note. So the more you know, right? I guess I could use that as some sort of pitch measuring device. If I need to know what a C sounds like, if I hear a note and I'm like, what's that sound? You can just go, that's going to be G. Now I'm playing it at full speed. This is a reference for Jeff because this rhythm I want to get a wider sense of context. Where does he fall in time for this? I'm going to actually use a tuplet for this. I'm going to do 4 in the space of 3. Wrong way, isn't it? I won't do it. Be 4 in the space of 3. going to put this on the beat because why not? I'm going to put the arpeggiate through this, and I'm going to have it fall on time. Beautiful. Right, what have we got in the comments section? Yes. Joel can hit an E on, sometimes a D on a good day. Yeah. No, sorry. Oh. 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 No, I'm trying. Oh, I just can't go lower than that. It's not possible. Right, what have I missed? I tend to limit myself and convince myself I never play like this. Absolutely love listening to it. I'm sure you could too. And I've never heard you play, Jesse. I don't believe I've heard you play. I believe you could do this too. It's still, I'm hearing this as a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, yeah, I'm going to put that as a 4. With a trill on one of the notes. So, it's 4 in the space of 3. So, ignoring the trill, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 4 against 3 polyrhythm. I love this community too. You guys are the best. They're evidently. Oh, damn it. Sorry. Everything back up. There must be a quicker way of doing that. It must be able to press like a I didn't mean to do that button. Need more whiskey in there. Yeah, evidently not other people. Not everybody is enjoying this stream because we are low on numbers. So again, if you could get this shared around, that would be appreciated. Oh, that's got some kick. Right, so where was I? Bring myself back so I can see myself. There we go. Right, let's keep going. Ba 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 ba. Don't take -7 sharp 5's word for anything. You can't trust anybody that calls a major a major 9 first inversion chord -7 sharp 5. What's that? Alchema? I'm trying to transcribe Sean's name without knowing much theory. Any tips? Do you need any theory in order to be able to transcribe something? You need theory in order to be able to study something, but in terms of listening to what the notes are and writing them down, I don't think you need to know any theory for that. Is it chromatic there? It is. I don't like the rhythm there, but I'm keeping it as that just for the sake of quantization and because I'm lazy and because I'm drinking. Finished. Again, we're just playing diminished here. Again, I'm quantizing that there. It's not da 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 da. It's da 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 da. Ooh. -7 sharp. I can't even try. Yeah, I have. Someone was asking about some Sean Lane transcriptions just recently, and I think I have a strict no Sean Lane policy now. I've obviously done a lot in the past, and it's just never reflective. The money that you make doing it is never reflective of the time that you have to put in order to do it. It's just never, ever, ever worth it. Ba 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 ba. I was right on with that. Yeah, higher hourly wage doing the dishes. I used to say oh, right. Okay, so when I first started transcribing, added on my real book, when I first started transcribing, I wanted to get business. Okay, I wanted people to know my name. So every now and again, I don't do this anymore, but every now and again, I would have a sale on. I would do a sale offer where I would take orders and I'd take a 50% discount on the fee. Right. So back then, I was transcribing for like £20 per minute of audio. So a 50% fee, a 50% off fee, I'd be transcribing a minute of audio for £10. Okay, so someone that I still know, a friend of mine to a degree, still hold this against them. They said, I'd like to take you up on that offer. I want you to do this Sean Lane thing for me, okay? And it was the Mike Varney demo tape, the Shrapnel demo tape. So it's just like 3 minutes of just endless 30-second notes, fucking endless 30-second notes. And I'm sure I said to him a lot, I appreciate that I've said I'll do 50% off, but I can't do that for £30. It'll have to be 40. £40. 40 fucking pounds. I swear it must have taken me 30 hours to do it. It was absolutely horrendous. He had to really, really wait for that one. Babble, babble, babble. Ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Ah, bastard. That was a mute string, why not? Yeah, it was painful, man. I'm gonna write this as it's not, it's I'm gonna put those in as muted strings because they are. On a tricycle, big fan. Personal experience, does learning the guitar help in the lady department? I mean, probably not when you play jazz and blues and swing and country. Certainly didn't hurt when I was younger playing in rock and metal bands, though. Charger's broken. Your phone is plugged in, but draining. Gonna watch till it dies. That's dedication, man. Da 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 da. Da ba ba. Da da ba da ba. That's a nice lick. Not serious. I used to play as a hobby these days. Don't record much anymore. Sometimes I upload videos, riff ideas. I need to get a new phone. That's just reminded me. Fantastic. Finished yet? I'm actually going to put that as a sextuplet. Spat all over my microphone there. You playing C sharp there? He's not. That's that. Can't really do that. Can't do sextuplets. It'll have to be 3s because we're in 6/8. Cool lick though. Whoops. That's a really cool lick. Sorry. I want to make some more space so you can see. Yeah. Super Grandpa Metal. Ba 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 da da. Ba 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 da da. Redder. And that's he shifts up. Da da da. Does he play that? Is it slide down? Yeah, that would make sense. Look, check his finger in. Where's he playing that now? I can't. Whoops. I'm just putting that as muted because why not? That's what it is. Did you go straight down chromatic there? How much more of this solo is there? He's too good. He's just too damn good. Let me see if I've got anything coming in on Facebook. Oh, Richard Henry has tagged me. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate that. Richard Henry, one of the few people out there that actually tags, actually shares my stuff, which means a lot. Always trying to reach new people, right? You want more people watching the streams because it's more fun when more people are watching. I've said this before. I hate it that when I go live on my channel, YouTube emails me saying live now on your channel, Whisky, and it tells me that I'm live on my channel. It's like, motherfucker, I know. I set the stream up. No such thing as old and boring, man. This gypsy jazz stuff is even older and even more boring than the metal stuff, then, by definition, right? Surely. Thanks, Alvaro. Or should I say Google? Oh shit, you're right, I am. I didn't notice. Ba-da, whoops, ba-da, ba-da-da. Whoops, fuck's sake. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Right, let's take a listen to his solo thus far. Beautiful. See, look at this. People making friends. Oh, bomb. One, two, three, four. So he's ba 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 ba. You could do this both ways. I hate doing these tuplets, but I'm gonna do it. Da 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 da. Because I like it. Because I can. Drew A, I would love it. I would love it if you asked a theory question. Da 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 da. Button, damn it. I should stop drinking when I do this. Da 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 da. Da ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. Da da da. Da da da. Da ba ba da 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 da. Ah, there we go. So I'll answer -7 question first. What does 4 colon 3 mean? Diego Guitarist, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Long time. What does 4/3 mean? So it means 4 notes played in the space of 3. This is 6/8, right? So we're feeling a triplet feel. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. In the same way that a triplet is usually 3 in the space of 2. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, and in the space of that 1 and 2 and da 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You're hearing 3 notes in the space of 2. So here 4/3 would mean you're hearing 4 notes in the space of 3. So like I say, because this is a triplet feel, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. So I can have a group of, if I write this rhythm out for you, we should be able to anticipate what this is going to sound like. This is 1, 2, 3. Now these 4 notes happen in the same space that these 3 notes happen. So we have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Da 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 do da 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 do da do da 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 do da do da. If I play it, so I'll copy the bar a few times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that should explain that, hopefully. So like, thanks. So this is Drew A's question. Thanks. Is the most effective way to improvise basically to closely follow the chord tones being played in the backing track? I mean, I wouldn't say that is the most effective way, but it's certainly going to help you to, it's going to help you outline the chord changes, and then your flavour, if you like, is, well, I guess your flavour as an improviser is how close you stick to those chords and how you choose to embellish those chord tones. You know what I mean? Make sense? So, like playing mostly chord tones and arpeggios are the chords being played in the backing. So that will give you a certain sound, and as you develop as a player, you will work out to your own taste how much of those notes you want to play outside of those things. Like if you're playing over an A7 chord and you play the note G and then you play the note E, well, you can play the note G, that's the 7th of the chord. You can play the note E, that's the 5th of the chord. But it's kind of down to you. If you wanted to melodically connect those things, you might chromatically connect them. You might play G, F sharp, F, E. That would work. You might play G, F sharp, E, G, F sharp, F, E flat, E. Now, both of those, all of these ideas, to me, you might play G, F, E. You might play G, F, E flat, E. All of these ideas that I've given you there, now in my mind they are still just arpeggio ideas. That's still me going from the 7th of the chord to the 5th of the chord, but it's how I'm choosing to connect those notes. It's still in my mind very much I'm playing the arpeggio when I do that. So Whisky is an old acquaintance of mine. Don't drink these days. yeah, a bit of Iron Brew, why not? Glass is empty. So, hang on. For anyone that has just tuned in, hello everybody, my name is Levi Clay, and this evening I will be transcribing some Joshua Stefan and Borelli La Reine, and I am drinking the Balvenie Doublewood, a beautiful 12-year-old Scotch whiskey. And this is thanks to my good friend, publisher, Joseph Alexander. He just sent me today some designer whiskey stones, so they're not as cold as you'd like them to be now, but I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Not much of a drinker, but, Richard Henry was drinking whiskey on the stream the other night, and some other people were joining him, so I thought, you know what, why not? Why not? I kind of drew, to be honest, I want to pick up my guitar. Why don't I pick up my guitar? Pick up my guitar, 2 seconds. So if I'm playing, I say an A7. I'll play lines on that. Lines like that all the time, right? Fine. I'm really, to me, that's still all arpeggio stuff. Here's my arpeggio. Now I might, instead of playing that, play. I'm embellishing that a little bit. I might play. Or maybe I play. In my mind, that's all arpeggio vocabulary. Now, when it comes to outlining changes when I'm doing that, if I'm playing like on a blues, for my A, I might play. That's me going to my D chord. And when I'm on my D, it's just occurred to me the noise gate. Yeah, the noise gate is probably going ballistic on that, isn't it? Sorry, it just occurred to me. Sorry. That's a shame because I was playing. My playing's okay today. All right, noise gate's off. Same idea. If I play lines. Now I'm playing a lot of stuff there, but really, to me, I'm just playing arpeggio. Now I might add some passing tones. When I do that type of thing, like it's me playing a long A7 line, then if I go, sorry, I'm really sorry, I didn't think about the noise gate. Then if I play a D chord, it's the same thing. I'm going to play D. A. E. D, A. Yeah, so I'm basically playing. I'm definitely thinking arpeggio. If I play A7, that's me playing all this vocabulary. But really, at its core, that's me just thinking. And if Farid is still online, I was doing with him today. We were playing Ladybird, which is. There's your chord changes on there. When I'm playing melodies over that, the chords are C major 7. I'm relaxed when I'm playing jazz stuff. If the first chord is C major 7 and we're going to an F minor 7 to a B flat 7, you know, my vocabulary is going to reflect that. C major 7 will be... And then when an F minor hits, it's going to be... It actually goes to C there. But yeah, so if I limit myself to just arpeggio tones, I can still do that, and it's going to give me the sound of the chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have... So that's enough playing. When I'm doing all that stuff, that's me just thinking, you know, play the chords. Just play the chords. Just play melodies that sound like each of the chords, and hope for the best. Have fun. Does that help? I mean, I feel like when I'm doing that, I'm rolling my eyes back into my head. But as I develop more as a player, stupid microphone. As I develop more as a player, I'm learning to listen more and react to the things that I'm playing, and play melodies and have fun with the things I'm doing. And because I'm not shredding anymore, there's a lot less tension in my playing. Everything's more about listening and reacting and following a line and, you know, going for something. There's very little tension. So yeah. Have I ever got into neoclassical shred guitar? I mean, I grew up on that, Russell. There isn't a thing about neoclassical shred guitar that I can't tell you. No, that's all in there, man. If I do the, I mean, I can't really play it anymore, but you're probably not getting any of that, because the gate. If I talk while I'm doing it, you'll probably get it more. Maybe if I try and talk while I'm doing it, I can't talk while I'm doing this. Let's talk while I'm doing some big sweep picking arpeggios. They are in there. I practiced all of that stuff a lot when I was younger. That's what I thought I was going to be, a neoclassical shredder. No problem, Drew. Thank you very much for the question. Ooh. Everybody. So what's the Ego guitarist says there about his lack of arpeggio knowledge being the weakness in his playing? It absolutely is. It absolutely is, man. Everybody can know chord tones better. Yeah. Right. Back to work. Let's finish this. Hello, Richard. I don't know why I'm shouting. So this is a bit looser. I'm putting a chord in there because it's like he's sort of hitting that. But then I'm just going to put this little double stop in there. I'm going to leave that empty. Then we've got this Phrygian dom thing. So here I'm just hitting bum 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 bum, and it's a triplet. So I'm just going to write that in without really putting much thought into it. Ba ba. Ba. Ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. I will play that though, won't it? Yeah. Ba ba ba. Sorry. Ba ba ba. Ma. I'm being a bit loose in my transcription. Maybe that's the alcohol. Good point. Yeah, Russell, if you've not checked out the Hellcat Molly album, my band's album, there's plenty of shred on that. Ba ba ba. I know what -7 sharp 5 is going to say. Don't say it. Haven't finished watching the first part of the transcription. Thank you very much. Oh, he didn't say it. I'm so proud of you, -7 sharp 5. Yeah, because theory is a wide subject. It really is a wide subject. Ba ba. Then we're just moving down chromatically. Ba. 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 Down to the D. And then we switch from the triplet feel into an eighth note feel. Still playing a 3 feel, like a, how do I describe this? It's rhythmically he's playing the 16th notes, but he's accenting 3s. So it's a 3 against 4. Ooh. In the first stream, I watched and stand by it. Hellcat Molly rules with a Z. Maybe I'll put a Hellcat Molly track on in a second, and I'll go get some water. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Put some shred on. Obviously, going to refer to Rob Chapman's YouTube channel. Thank you very much, Metal on Metal 09. Rob has a lesson on modes. I thought he only had one mode, being a cock. We got just the Paul Gilbert of, well, it's actually Aldi Miller, isn't it? Manually do these. Sucks. We got here comments. Keep chipping away at Justin's course, man. You do. Justin's a good guy. Justin's a nice guy. Old school friend of mine. So we've been mentioning the Hellcat Molly album. If anyone out there owns a physical CD copy of the Hellcat Molly album, if you open that up and look at the liner notes, you'll see that Justin Sandico is one of the executive producers on that album. So yeah. Joe Clifford, how's it going, man? Good to see you. What's this? Nowhere near good enough on guitar to start into jazz, though. Watch the Kiko video that you missed. Yeah, man. Oh, dude, you will absolutely love the song Escaping. But this is still shred. Listen, this is shred. So I know Richard. Me and Richard we've met. We've been out for dinner. We're not close personal friends or anything. But I'm a supporter of his work. Yeah, phenomenal player, very good player. I went out for dinner with Richard Hallabeek when I was in Amsterdam. This is a long, long time ago now. For the Jason Becker Not Dead Yet Fest. Let's actually hammer that. Oh, he's your teacher. Fantastic. Absolutely. Oh, okay. That's absolutely hilarious that you. So you told the Sean Lane story yesterday, right? And my first instinct when you said that is like, that can't be true. I should ask Richard about that because I know that when Sean was over, he was spending time with Richard, wasn't he? Wow, that's crazy. Well, that adds more credence to the story. So Alvaro has been taking lessons with Martin Miller. Martin Miller is one of my best friends in the world. I speak to Martin almost every day. To be honest, Alvaro, what I'm going to say to you then is you have to have faith. I'm going to bring my face up, right? You have to have faith in your teacher when your teacher is as good as Martin Miller. You know what I mean, right? Martin's a great player. Martin is an incredibly incredibly talented teacher. He's a nice guy. Like, you have to have faith in the stuff that he's teaching you and put the work into the thing that he's telling you to do, right? It's a difficult one because it's not that I want my students that I'm working with to be closed-minded. It's not that I want them to not go out and look at, other stuff, because in good education, when education is standard, of a certain standard, other teachers aren't going to contradict it, right? There's a reason that Tom Hess style teachers don't want their students ever listening to anything any other teachers say, right? Because when their ideology is criticised, it doesn't hold up to criticism. It doesn't hold up to scrutiny. There are flaws, and the best way to hide the flaws from people is to not let them interact with the outside world, right? And that's not good. So while I'm not suggesting that, what I'm suggesting is Martin is going to get you everything that you could possibly need to know about theory, because Martin's excellent. All you're going to do by trying to, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the Sandico stuff, and I know -7 Sharp 5 is going to recommend the Frank Gambale course, and I did the transcriptions for that course. I can tell you it's a great course, right? But if you constantly seek new perspectives on the same information while you're trying to learn that information, what you're going to do is when you spend time with Martin, you're going to be spending all of your time sort of trying to get your head around the things that he's not presenting you, rather than getting your head around the things that he is presenting you. So take full advantage of the skill that you have, or the situation that you have, being able to study with Martin Miller. He's a great teacher. Yeah, exactly, -7 Sharp 5. He is a great teacher. Da ba 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 da 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 ba da da. Ba 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 da 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 da. Da 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 ba ba. And we're done. We can copy and paste the melody that leads us back into the head. I'm just going to read the head as he plays it, and I imagine I can copy and paste it. But as far as I'm concerned, the transcription is done now. Oh, sorry. Why aren't you faster at telling me these things? It's more that I can't see myself. I've got the YouTube page up here, and I've got my stuff here. Like, I can't actually see what's going on the stream. Obviously, I'm not watching my own stream. My apologies. Good. That just means that if you want this transcription, you'll have to sign up to my Patreon to get it, won't you? Right, let me just listen to him play the melody again. I'm just going to... very close. He just one little change in that final bar of it. How's that for saving time? We have da da da. I should be able to hopefully copy and paste again. I mean, it's not. There's a slight adjustment. I'm going to tease you and actually end that right there. I'm live. I'm always live. Sorry. That's a good point. Yeah, Google did alert me. Let's have a look. Let me keep reading. So he has recommended Jazz Theory from Mark Levine. That's a classic book. Absolutely essential reading. Absolutely excellent book. Yeah. Can't say anything bad about that book. Tough book to read though. Improve my music reading skills. Honestly, yeah. So I agree with minus 7 sharp 5, and that's the problem with that Levine book, the Levine book. Even it's not for guitar players. You need to be able to play piano. You need to play keyboard, play piano, in order to be able to really understand the material in it. And I find a lot of theory books, to be fair, are like that. They are aimed at people that can play a decent level of piano, which is a shame. So yeah. Because it only, yeah. So what minus 7 sharp 5 says about careful you're not learning the same concept from different sources. You can learn the same concept from different sources, but like knowledge. It's really hard to describe. When you think about what knowledge is, myself and Martin, we are very, very similar in terms of our approach to education, our approach to teaching. Very, very similar. We talk about it often, and Martin actually ends up referring a lot of his students over to me when he's too busy, because he knows that the stuff that I'm going to teach them will never contradict any of the stuff that he teaches. Our approaches are almost identical. But there are still differences. We have reached the end goal with a slightly different path, and it can just end up with slight bits of confusion. So, like, obviously, no one's going to sit here and say to me that I don't have a good understanding of modes. I understand modes. I play and use modes often, right? But when you check out the Guitar Hour podcast with myself, Tom Quayle, and David Beebe, I think it's next week, you'll find that they fundamentally disagree with my approach to teaching modes. And we talk about why that is. And it doesn't mean that they're wrong or that I'm wrong. It just means that we have very different pathways to get to our end goals. You know what I mean? And if you were trying to learn about modes the way I deal with modes, and versus the way they deal with modes, and then on the flip side, the way someone like Tom Hess teaches modes, you've got three very, very different ways of learning modes, right? Two of them are going to get you to the level that you need to be a proficient player, and one of them is going to result in you being a steaming pile of garbage, but that's absolutely fine because you just hide yourself from the world and no one has to know about it, right? Spoilers, modes aren't shapes that you play on the guitar, right? The 3-note per string system isn't a system of modes, okay, idiots? Yeah. But, I mean, check this one with Martin Alvaro, right? I'm sure he'll agree with me on this. If you ever need advice, if you're thinking of reading a book, ask me. Chances are I've read it, and if it's worth your time, I'll tell you. And if I say it's not worth your time, I'll tell you. And Martin would agree with anything that I would say. He knows that I'm probably not going to lead you astray when it comes to things like that. Anyway, let's listen to this transcription from the top. So it's going to sound like this, and hopefully I should be able to switch between parts while I'm listening. So yeah, I can switch between. How's it going, Tailed? Now let's check the transcription along with Stefan's playing on that. So I should be able to go. Oh, where's that solo come in? Maybe if we go. We're a little bit fast. Bastard. Sorry. I'm gonna put in a little tempo change here. Let's put it at 2 or 2. I'll hide that automation. See it? Let's try again. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Try that again. Apparently I can't line transcriptions up. It's embarrassing. A little bit fast. 240. A little too fast. We're a fair bit too fast, apparently. So let's bring it down. 4, 2, 3, 6. So it kind of speeds up around here. I'm going to just try this. I'm going to hide the automation, make that progressive. Bring this up to like 240 here. That might actually sort us there. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. And it speeds up even more again when the melody comes back in. Fucking that up. Right, cool. So that's me done. Tomislav asks, I'll go through your questions now. Tomislav asks, Scotch bourbon. I live in Scotland, so obviously, when we say whiskey, we mean whiskey. Drinking the Balvenie 12 single malt Scotch whiskey, distilled at the Balvenie distillery in Banffshire. Apparently, beautiful whiskey, my favourite, love it. Right, let me catch up on comments. So, hey up, lovely phrases in there, all the notes. Am I mates with Rick Graham? I used to work with Rick Graham in Lick Library. I'd commissioned some of his DVDs and products. I've not seen Rick in many years now. I never get the hang of playing jazz. That's because you don't do theory, Tailed. Do you find it difficult and motivated to transcribe music that you don't like to play or listen to? Which is totally understandable, Jesse. Like, I'd never recommend people transcribe things that they don't enjoy listening to, right? So, hang on, it's a question. Do I find it difficult to get motivated to transcribe music that you don't like to play or listen to? Or do you try to look at each transcription as an opportunity to learn something that you wouldn't have otherwise? That's an awesome question, man. That's a really good question. The answer to that is I never find it difficult to get motivated to transcribe something, because you have to understand that I do this for a living. You know, and sometimes every single person listening to this has a job, right? You might be musicians that play gigs. Maybe you work in a supermarket stocking shelves, right? Maybe you're a doctor. You know, I don't care. No matter what your job is, there will be some times at work, there will be things that you really don't want to have to do, but you just have to do them because they're your job. And it's just the nature of the beast, you know? Sometimes doctors are saving lives, and other times doctors are choosing who gets to live. You know what I mean? Like, some days you have shit days at work. So if a job is paying, I'm motivated because I've got a family to feed. I've got a mortgage to pay. So I find it very easy to remain motivated. But the way that I stay motivated through that is through that second point that you raised, which is looking at each transcription as an opportunity to learn something that I wouldn't have normally learned. Make sense? A friend of mine once said that jazz is 3 people playing 3 different songs at the same time. Yeah. Me neither. You do faux jazz, still be kicked out of serious jazz band. Me too, I'd be kicked out of a jazz band. Love the bebop line. Guy's guitar neck is drunk. Why? What's wrong with it? Sounds very Audi Miola. No, you don't do theory, Tailed, because you were asking about the modal video that was it the modal video? I'd have to let me check my text messages. My phone. What are you asking about? Or getting confused by, I should say. I just don't use WhatsApp. I've just opened WhatsApp, and the last person that I'd had a message from or even sent anything to was you. Yeah, modes. You understand the principle, but not sure how to apply it. So you still got more theory to do, man. But who needs to theory when you've written a piece of music that's as famous as you have? So bust my 8-string out and play a cover of that, shouldn't I? Really? Right. So yeah, I think I'm done with that transcription. I mean, I'm going to add the final melody at the end, and I'll upload this for my Patreon guys. Probably tomorrow because it's late. I want to see my wife and walk my dogs, even though, you know, we've been outside once today. So in theory we're on lockdown, so I shouldn't be allowed to go out. But my dogs need walked, so I'm not going to come into contact. I'm not a bad person. I'll make sure that I won't come into contact with any other humans. Don't you worry about that. I might not do enough theory. Yeah. Right, any final questions? Anything that anybody wants to ask me while I am still here? Anything you want to know? Now would be the time to ask, because I've been drinking whiskey, so I'm more likely to tell you the truth. I mean, I'm pretty well known for only telling the truth anyway. I'll say what I think no matter what, but I'll give y'all 5 minutes. So if you have any questions, get them in now. Don't put me in that situation. Please don't put me in that situation, Rod. Good. Right. So comments. Have a look. I knew that would come, wouldn't it? Levi is a family guy. Yeah. Awesome motivation. Thank you. Yeah, get out, man. Go do the transcribing. Put in the work. If you put the work into this stuff, you will get better at it. I promise you will get better at it. Been fun hanging out. Stay safe out there all. Yeah, I will be back. I would imagine Sunday night. Or do a listening party on Sunday night. I think that'd be fun. I don't know what I'm going to listen to yet. I'll toy around with some ideas, but yeah, stay tuned for the surprise. But we'll have fun with it no matter what it is. Listen to myself and look up. I wouldn't recommend it. I kid. If a fly loses its wings, is it called a walk? That's a deep one. That is a deep one. I'm not really sure. All I can think of when you ask that question is the classic Jeff Goldblum The Fly film, the Cronenberg film The Fly. That's a wonderful piece of body horror, that film, isn't it? He doesn't have wings for most of that, so I guess he isn't actually a fly until he is a fly. Right, so I like that. I wasn't sure if the stream froze or if Levi just went full statue for it. Sorry, I was reading a message from someone. Oh yeah, has Rob Chapman always been a cock? I don't know Rob personally. To be fair, I did one job for him many years ago. Anyone that feels that they need an assistant, this was probably about 10 years ago now. Anyone that feels that they need an assistant to deal with their fucking emails, doing transcription jobs, probably a cock. Having said that, I can tell you bigger artists than that when you contact them, you'll get emails back from their assistants, and it's not actually their assistant, it's them. So, who knows? Serious questions. That's fine. My brain's pretty fried too anyway. You can comment on my link that I posted in the Facebook group. I will. Why don't I do that right now? Pressure, right? For you. Did you write it? Did you play it? Let's have a look. Now's always the time to go practice, man. Ah, yeah, okay, I saw it. I'm gonna look at your transcription first. Oh, this is a dangerous question. With all this practicing during lockdown, I'm starting to have some pain in my hand several hours a day. Any advices? No, because I'm not a doctor, and it's really, really important that you don't listen to the advice of people that don't know what they're talking about. Take time away from it. You should. I don't understand the concept because I could never play to the point that I have pain because I'm not playing things that are tense. When I'm playing the instrument, I'm not pushing myself technically. I'm pushing myself musically. So it's not something that I experience anymore. Look after your hands is what I would say. Look after your hands. That's the best advice I can give you. Sorry, I know it's not a massive help, but right, let's take a look at this video. Let me see if I can work out a way that I can do this without doxing you. Okay. This is the lick. Yeah, I don't take any issue with the lick itself. Okay, we go on. That's... Man, that's really Frank Gambale. That is super, super Frank Gambale. Yeah, you've totally got that Frank Gambale sound in that. You've done a really good job on that. It's a great lick. Really good lick. Don't like this chord, though. I can't criticize that, dude. You've done a great job on that. That's a really good lick. I had a sneaking suspicion it was going to sound very Frank Gambale, but you've done a really good job of it. Well done. Oh, we got people drinking more whiskey later. All this practice, yeah. So hands, we've done that one. If you experience pain, stop playing. This is good advice. Worst thing you can do is physiologically trick yourself that you can muscle through it and cause yourself problems down the road. Having said that, right, here's an additional thing that's worth pointing out, right? There are two types of pain when you're playing. There are two types of pain, okay? When you are repeating a motion, like walking or running, if you walk for 10 minutes, that's not a problem. If you walk for an hour, you'll start to feel it. If you walk for 10 hours, you will feel it. Your muscles will feel it. You will get lactic acid buildup. If you jog for 20 minutes, you'll be okay. If you jog for 4 hours, you're going to feel that. If you lift, if I lift this glass with whiskey in it, right, this is fine, okay? But if I did this 500 times, okay, I am going to start to feel that here. It's inevitable that you are going to feel it. That sort of lactic acid buildup that you get, that is pain that you will experience if you are working on long periods of technical practice, okay? But that is a different type of pain to muscular, like deeper pain, joint pain, tendon pain, okay? And being able to diagnose those, understand the differences, those two things is important. But if in doubt, stop. Now, Martin Goulding was my technique teacher growing up, and he would always, you know, when we were practicing our legato technique and all these things, we would do them. We'd be using our egg timers and everything and really being very strict and sticking to the technique. But when the lactic acid got there and built up, we would stop and we would just shake off. And it's amazing. You do this for 10 seconds and then you go back to it, and all of that sort of lactic acid pain, the repetition pain has gone away now. Because it wasn't pain that was internal, it was a repetition idea, right? So you have to be careful, because people always say no pain, no gain, but not when it comes to practicing music things. But of course, there are definitely going to be elements of playing the guitar that will involve pain. If you play a lot of slide guitar licks, I mean like imitation licks, or you do a lot of bending, right? You are inevitably going to get pain in your fingertips because you're going to batter the fuck out of them. Sometimes I'm playing guitars with 13s on them and I'm doing a lot of bending licks. Or there were times where I was recording pedal steel columns for Premier Guitar magazine, and my fingers would be in fucking agony for days afterwards, and it's because I just shredded the tips of my fingers down, right? So it is pain, but it's not pain that I can't play through, you know? So understanding the difference between those two things are quite important, I think. So yeah, some guys do ruin their hands that way, so you've got to be super careful. It's one of the reasons actually that I play slide guitar. I'm just looking around for my slides. One of the reasons I play slide guitar is because if I am ever experiencing pain, this is something that I can do on the instrument without any pain. This is just, nothing goes into this. It's a super relaxed movement of the arm and reconnecting, if you like, with the pure expression side of the instrument, expressing yourself and trying to play something melodic, musical. So yeah, worst case scenario, you can always play slide. Justin, long time no speak, man. Finally had some time again to join some of my fave live streams. Awesome. I'm doing really well, mate. How are you doing? Any more run-ins with Jason Richardson? Yeah. Still sound a bit like Frank because you're 4 years. You dedicated 1 year to Frank so far. I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You've been playing for 4 years, man. When I'd been playing for 4 years, I couldn't play a single thing on the guitar that didn't sound like Paul Gilbert, you know, or Zach Wilde. Like those are the two sounds. So you've got some good influences in there, and the more you stick with that, the more you're going to develop it and turn it into your own thing. You will turn it into your own thing. Absolutely no doubt in my mind that you'll do. You'll nail that. But there's a good question there from Alvaro, and he's directing at Mind 7 Sharp 5, but you dedicate time to play certain styles, and I do. I'm a jack of all trades. I'm sat here transcribing gypsy jazz, right? I'm really passionate about gypsy. I love gypsy jazz. Don't play it so well, but I love it. I love straight ahead jazz. I love early swing, and I love bebop. But you know, for years I've been a blues guitar columnist for Premier Guitar Magazine, and I consider myself primarily a blues guitar player, apart from the fact that most of my income comes from country guitar, because I have the best-selling country guitar books on the market available today, right? But I also have slide guitar books, and I have a rock and metal album out, and I grew up as a shredder, and I'm fascinated by bluegrass, but I'm terrible at playing it. But it doesn't mean I don't sit and practice it. I think taking sort of dedicating yourself to practicing different styles is useful, especially for someone like myself who needs to make a living in music. You need to have a wide enough skill palette that you can do the job. Like a session can come into me and it can be a huge variety of styles, and I'm going to be able to do it. I'm fine with it. I can handle myself. So when I've got, I think, 6 session jobs sat in my email that I need to get around to dealing with, and I know I don't need to worry about what they're going to be because I can handle myself in all of these settings, and that's come from the fact that I'm not a master of any genre, not a master of anything, and I never will be, to be fair, but I'm absolutely a jack of all trades. I can get by in just about any setting. So yeah, good shout on that one. Ciego guitarist, exhaustion pain is different than other potential issues. Quite hard to distinguish that as a player, though. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Yeah, true. Frank is the first one I've been sucking up, especially in these modal theory and techniques. So I guess kind of did. Yeah, cool. Gotcha. Cool. Justin, cool. Oh, Justin, I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't realise you were getting divorced. That sucks, man. That absolutely sucks. I hope you're okay, though. Time to shred again. I mean, Justin's one hell of a shredder. For anyone unfamiliar, Justin is just a ridiculous shredder. Click his name. I'm sure you can do that on YouTube. Click his name, go to his channel, give him a wee subscription. He puts a lot of work into his YouTube videos, and it's always like depressed by how great he is technically. He'll do covers of things that you're just like, and then teach them, and you're just like, how? It's not fair. It is not fair. You should not be able to do this. Fuck you. You talented bastard. Right. Cool. I am going to do my usual sign off now. So huge thank you to my supporters over on Patreon. I could not be doing what I'm doing right now without your support. Well, I could because I'm in quarantine. I'd just be stuck in the house streaming anyway. I just wouldn't be making any money, which is massive at the moment. I know everybody, all musicians especially, are struggling right now. They've lost all of their gigs. I've lost about 70% of my book sales. So if it wasn't for the fact that I still have supporters over on Patreon, I would be in a lot of trouble right now. So again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. If you'd like to check me out on Patreon, there is a link in the description. You can support me over there for as little as $1. Gets you access to my private patron-only Facebook group. And then, of course, there are higher tiers and you can get more in return for your support. Great community of people. Love being part of it. I love, being the head of it, but you know what I mean? Like, I love being part of it. Awesome people in there. Love engaging with you guys. Constant learning experience. So consider joining us and supporting my work. And if that doesn't appeal, you can always head on over to Amazon, check out a copy of one of my books. Just have a look for Levi Clay. There are lots of books on screen there. Delta Blues Slide Guitar, 100 Slide Licks for Blues Guitar, Slide Guitar Soloing Techniques, the Country Guitar Compilation Method, Country Fingerstyle Guitar, Country Guitar Soloing Techniques, 100 Country Licks for Guitar, and Country Guitar for Beginners. Lots of books. You may find one that you enjoy. Sorry for doing the hard sales pitch, guys, but yeah, boys got to eat. Boys got to eat. Well, my boys have got to eat. I've got to look after people. So thank you for your kindness and your support. It does mean a lot. So thank you for your advice. Actually, been playing a lot. Just rest my hands. Watch out. Another bit of advice, maybe. I never really took this seriously when I was younger. I thought it was a great idea when I watched it, and I started integrating it more as I developed as a player. But if you think back to Rock Discipline, the John Petrucci instructional video, at the start of that, can anybody remember the first chapter of exercises that he shows you in that video? Anyone remember those? Yeah, it's warm-up exercises. And when he literal warm-up exercises, like massaging your hands, loosening up your joints, stimulating blood flow, getting yourself ready to be able to play the instrument. Limber up, like it's a physical instrument, and you should be loose when it comes to playing it. You wouldn't go for a run without stretching beforehand. So take some time, stretch your hands, limber up, make sure that your wrist you got some motion in there. You are ready to go. You want to feel, ready to go rather than that. It's like if you're cold and creaky in the morning, like you sit down in a cold room and you go to do practice and nothing's really working. You really want to warm up. You want to warm the body up as well. So make sure you relax in those hands, but also giving yourself a good stretch before you get playing. Yeah, hand stretches and warm ups, exactly. Right, again, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Means a lot, and I will catch up with you. Like I say, I'll probably be on Sunday night doing another listening party stream. If you want to leave suggestions for what you think that we should start listening to on listening parties, I'm happy to hear them. I've got some ideas of what I might be listening to on Sunday, but looking forward to it. Much love, and I will see you for another stream soon. Goodbye.